All right. Okay, Connor, I'm ready to get moving. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Throw a 1 in the chat if you're watching me live. Throw a 2 in the chat if you are watching the replay. Hey, 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 can everybody hear me and see me? Do me a favor, throw a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me tonight. Thank y'all so much for being here. I just want to give y'all some of this sauce. Y'all know it's sauce time, okay? All right, let's go, let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and introduce myself to y'all so we will not be strangers here. Let me come off the, come in, on the camera, excuse me. Yeah, let me make sure I do the right one. Okay, this is the right one. All right. Slideshow from the beginning. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. As I stated, you can go ahead and share this share this link with somebody because we want to make sure that everybody gets this information that's here. My name is Tyra Jacqueline. That's what I go by. That's my story, and that's what I'm sticking to it. I hail from the wonderful city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Y'all know that is the city of cheesesteaks, tasty cakes, and cream cheese. So let me just go ahead and introduce myself. Just a teeny bit of my resume. I am a credit restoration and wealth educator, consultant, excuse me. I had backgrounds in real estate and insurance and in social services as well. I used to work with children and adults, adjudicated adults at the Criminal Justice Center and mental health and alcohol treatment here in Philadelphia and surrounding suburbs. So do me a favor, y'all. So I love an interactive webinar. Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all for some of y'all attention. So let me see who we rocking with here tonight. Okay, who's rocking here tonight? Throw a 1 in the chat if you here because you want to be a homeowner. Okay, throw a 2 in the chat you want to buy or refinance a car. Throw a 3 in the chat if you got a business or you want to be or get a business and you interested in learning how you can get your business credit right too. All right, well, throw a 4 in the chat. You just a combination of those. Throw a 5 in the chat if you just want to get your credit good for the future, which is actually a good thing because when you already ready, you don't have to worry about getting ready. Okay. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, why is your credit important? It allows you to leverage OPM because your credit is your character. Are you trustworthy? That's what these banks want to know. Are you trustworthy? Can I trust you to pay this money back? Okay. Now, your credit report is equally as important as your credit scores, guys. It's not just the credit scores. You can have a 700 credit scores and have some dirty things on your credit report, and you will be considered not having good credit. So it's not just the scores, it's also the credit report. And they're two separate entities, but they do need to be worked at the same time, guys. Okay, what you want to do first and foremost before you do anything when it comes to credit repair, repairing your credit, boosting your credit, all that good stuff, is clean it up. I want you to get rid of all the old information, with the exception of the current things, meaning your name, your addresses, your employer, stuff like that. But I want you to get all the old stuff off. But I want you to take off the old phone number too. Did y'all know that there are a scoring system or 5 factors when it actually comes to your credit score of how it's scored? So yes, even though the credit score is separate, we're going to talk a little bit about the score, because if you can master this part, you can master about 80% of your credit. Okay, guys, so let's start with your payment history. And guys, I'm going to have to go a little fast due to time wise, but the person who invited you here, they will be able to explain everything to you. Okay, make sure you ask questions. And do me a favor, the person that actually invited you on the call, I want you to send them a text message to say, hey, I'm on. Okay, say, hey, whoever the name is, I'm on. All right, because you're getting this fire information. Guys, did y'all know one late payment undoes 3 on-time payments. That's how important paying your bills on time is, okay? I want you to know that this can decrease your credit score. One late payment, 50 to 100 points. And it takes 9 months just to recover from one late payment, guys. This is what I need y'all to do. Put your payments on auto pay, okay? Now, credit card utilization is 30% of your credit score. All right. Now, people believe that 30% means that you're supposed to keep all your credit cards at 30%. And guys, that is not true. And let me explain it to y'all in simple numbers. So let me tell y'all what this 30% actually means. So let's say you have 2 credit cards. Both of them have a $500 limit, right? So we can all agree that 500 and 500 equals 1,000, right? So that 30% actually means that each of your credit cards, those $500 limit credit cards, should not have a balance from month to month of more than $150. 150 and 150, that's 300. And I'm sure we all can agree that 150 and 150 actually equals 300. Okay, so that is the balance compared to the limits of all your credit cards. That's where the 30% actually come from. But listen, this is something, here's a gem that I want to give y'all, a nugget I want to give y'all to take an actionable step tomorrow to help you increase your credit score. I want you to call up your credit card companies tomorrow, right? And this is what you're going to do. You're going to call the credit card company, and first you're going to ask, hey, can I have a product change? Is there anything better for me? So what a product change does for your credit cards actually will allow you to keep your account history. You're asking the company, is there anything that's more advantageous for you as the consumer with their credit card? Okay, so there may or may not be better terms for you at this time. We don't know. I also want you to ask to increase your credit limit, because increasing of your credit limit actually decreases your utilization, which can help you increase your credit score. I also want you to ask for a decrease in your interest, and that may only be temporary, but it will all help. One of those 3 things or 2 of those 3 things may all help. Now, you may not be able to get all 3, but it can't hurt to ask, guys. Always communicate, guys. All right. And if the person you're speaking to say no, just simply ask for their supervisor and ask for the same thing. Now, your account history. Old credit is good credit, guys. That is 15% of your credit score is account history, and credit cards are very essential to this as well. So don't put your old credit cards away and not use them no more. No, your credit cards need to be used. Use your credit cards and don't rip them up. Don't cut them up. Don't throw them away. I need you to keep those bad boys open. Next is inquiry. Anytime you apply for stuff and they're doing a hard inquiry or a hard pull, that means it's going to show up on your credit as in looking for new credit, guys. So the rule of thumb is to actually keep your inquiries under 5 each year. That's what lenders like to see. 5 or less inquiries per year. And it is 10% of your credit score. If you can, keep them at 0 to 2. All right. But yes, inquiries can be removed. All right. Now, next is credit mix. And these are the different type of credit accounts that you actually have reporting to your credit report. And you will hear sometimes about a thin credit profile, but this is how you thicken your credit profile, because lenders and banks don't like to see thin credit profiles. So there's different type of accounts. There's installment accounts, which are mortgages, car notes, and personal loans. Those are the type of accounts that have the same type of payment each month. Those are installment accounts. And then you have revolving accounts, which are credit cards and lines of credit. They're revolving because they're like revolving doors. You're going to use them, pay them down, use them, pay them down, like a revolving door. And then there's also alternative credit lines as well. Here are some of the alternative credit lines. Number 1, let me ask y'all a question. Remember, I like an interactive webinar. Who here is actually paying rent? I want you to throw rent in the chat if you're paying rent. All right, I see we got some people paying. We only got a few people. The rest of y'all homeowners, congratulations. All right, okay, I see my renters. Okay, it's cool. Guess what? It's cool that you rent. It's okay. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to get your rent added to your credit report to help you thicken your credit profile and increase your credit score. If you are renting, and you are not reporting your rent to your credit report, you're missing out. Okay. Next, you can also have your utilities reporting to your credit report, streaming services, y'all know, Hulu, Pandora, Netflix, all that good stuff. Some of my favorites are credit builder savings loans. That's what I like to call them. You've heard of some of those guys, the self kickoff Kovo, stuff like that. And this is why I like these companies, because technically they're going to loan you a small amount of money, and you're going to make small payments each month to these companies. Now, these small payments that you're making are getting reported to the credit reporting agencies to help you increase your credit score. And after the terms that you chose are over, if it's going to be 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, whatever, you actually get that money back. So that's where the savings part come in at, savings, and then but minus their interest rate or fees, you actually get some of that money back, most of the money back actually. So I love credit builder loans, guys. You can also be an authorized user or a co-signer. Just make sure the person you choose is responsible as well. Now, when you are applying to credit cards, please do your due diligence. Do your research before you apply for any credit cards. First and foremost, if you are in the credit repair and credit restoration process, do not apply for anything that's not authorized by the person who's helping you with your credit. That's number one. Number two, know where they're pulling from. Know what credit bureau that specific credit card bank is pulling from, and know who they report to, because there's no law saying where any lender has to report to all three credit bureaus, just to let y'all know. If and when, sometimes you can know the interest rate beforehand, other times you can't. It just is what it is, especially when you're in the credit restoration process or you don't have any credit, you're going to be subjected to high interest. But I do want you to avoid cards that has monthly fees at all costs. And if you can, please avoid a card that has annual fees as well. But I need to let y'all know how crucial credit cards are to your actual credit. 90% of your credit score, guys, okay, are credit cards. Okay, that's how important they are. And strong credit profiles have credit cards mixed in them. Okay, and as your credit increases, you're going to add more, but you're not going to do that right up front, right in the beginning. So there's no need to be scared, but you must have credit cards, guys. So there's a couple of hacks that you can do with your credit cards. First and foremost, pay your credit card bills by the statement date, not the due date. Okay, you could try something we call the 15-3 method, which you are paying. You make one payment of 15 days before your due date, and then 3 days before the due date again on the second payment. The second payment will be applied directly to the principal, because anytime you're making any payments with your credit cards, it goes to any interest and fees first before it even go to the principal. But guess what? That second payment is going to go straight to the principal. And what does it do? Make you look more responsible, make you also want to build credit. Now, I got a question for y'all. Who here on the line today uses debit cards? So if you use a debit card, put debit in the chat. Okay, you got some debit card users on here. Guess what? I want y'all to stop. I need y'all to stop using these debit cards. Why? Because there are no benefits and no protections when it comes to debit cards. There's a lot of risks. The average person swipes a debit card 70 to 80 times a month. With each swipe, you are putting your entire checking account at risk. And if there needs to be some type of investigation because you're telling your bank, no, that's not my charge, I didn't do that, they might just freeze the account. So who knows how long that's going to take and how much money you'll have access to while they are doing their actual investigation. Okay, so I want y'all to stop using your debit cards and move on to credit cards. Why? It helps you build credit history, access to emergency funds. Once you get into the higher tier credit cards, maybe not so many subprime cards, but when you get the higher tier credit cards, you can start earning rewards, points back, things of that nature. And then you can start flying for less or for free, hotel stays, all that good stuff. Fraud protection, sign-on bonuses. Y'all know you have cards that say 0% interest, maybe for 18 months. Wonderful. You're saving money when you do those balance transfers, guys. Okay. And some cars also have different insurances like travel insurances and cell phone protection as well. So I know I got a couple of people who want to be homeowners on this line today, right? I know we got the people that say they want to buy homes, right? So I want y'all to look at Team Red and Team Green here. So Team Red and Team Green, they both purchased the same house at $240,000 at a 30-year fixed mortgage. Team Red has the bad credit. Team Green has the good credit. Do y'all notice the difference in the amount of the monthly payment? The fact that Team Green has more than half than Team Red. The interest rate for Team Red is 3 times more than Team Green. For $240,000, the people with bad credit, Team Red, are paying $955,621. Guys, they're paying 3 times that house. Okay, so this is what good credit and bad credit. These are the differences between the two. And this is exactly why you want to get your credit together. All right. So what I'm showing y'all now is the services that we have that can help you do so to get your credit together. So we have the #1 protection plan that's proven, #1 proven protection plan. So y'all thought y'all was just coming here to see about credit repair, right? No, that's not all we do here, because the services that we have are designed to help you not only build, but also protect not just your credit, but your finances as well. Because please understand, you must change your attitude and your behaviors when it comes to your finances. Because if you do not change your relationship, your attitude, your behaviors with your finances, you're going to end up going through credit repair again, because it's only a band-aid. So for those of you who want to be homeowners, but we all need to do this. Let's just be honest. We all need to do this. Few things you need to do when you want to become a homeowner. #1, you need to budget your finances at least monthly. #2, you need to save. Guess what? We got 2 services for you to help you do that. Also, you need to pay down your debt. Okay, why? Because there's this little thing called debt to income ratio that can change what zip code you don't want to live in. Okay, debt to income ratio, paying down debt. So our flagship product is the credit restoration, okay, which some people know to be credit repair. But see, we not just talking about taking the bad stuff off your credit report. No, we talking about helping you build up and optimize your credit, and helping you change your behavior surrounding your credit and your finance. So that's the credit restoration program, which is ran actually by our credit attorneys here. Yes, you have a credit attorney on your side. Our credit attorneys actually will help you write the dispute letters, okay? So with the dispute process, our credit attorneys actually leverage the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which was started by Congress back in the 70s. Been around 40 years, 50 years, guys, okay? So this is nothing new. Credit repair is nothing new, all right? And what they're going to do is dispute everything that's negative on your credit report to help you reach your goals. We also have a credit builder, which is a financial documentation library that you have to help you boost your credit as well. Then we have services to help protect you, which is credit monitoring and identity theft monitoring. We are actually partnered with Allstate for identity theft monitoring. And let me tell y'all, being a victim of ID theft is no fun. It happened to me, where someone was opening accounts in my name in my home city when I lived in another state. And I spent a lot of time and a lot of money because I had to file 2 police reports, one in the state where I lived and another one here in Philly. Okay, I had to fly from Florida to Philly to file police reports, and I had to file complaints with the Federal Trade Commission, and I had to file complaints with the credit bureaus. I spent a lot of time and a lot of money. I was being irresponsible and not monitoring my credit. But see, since y'all here tonight, y'all are now going to be responsible and do that. Okay, do I have any business owners on the line, or anybody who like to become a business owner Or any landlords on the line, anything like that? Yeah, I see a couple of yeses coming through in the chat. But guess what else you get as a customer with us? Rocket Lawyer. Now I don't think y'all know how valuable Rocket Lawyer is, because what Rocket Lawyer actually provides for us is contracts and also a legal documentation library. You also get free consultation services for Rocket Lawyer as well. Every time you have a new situation that you need to talk about legally, they will speak to you for 30 minutes for free. In the event that you do need to retain a lawyer, you get a 40% discount for any legal services that needed to be provided if you need to retain a lawyer. So we also have a financial lockbox, which is an iCloud-based savings system for important documentation. If your home catch on fire, are you going to be asking yourself, hey, let's grab those birth certificates? No, you're going to be getting your babies out of the house, right? Yes, right? Yes. You won't say, let's get our babies. But guess what? With this lockbox system, your important documentation will be here as well. So another big thing we have is the YFL Family Mint, which is our scholarship program. And the scholarship program that we have is for high school seniors and college freshmen. And the best part about this program, when you go to actually apply for this program, any kid in the USA that's a high school senior or a college freshman can actually apply for this program. Guess what? They do not have to be, or their parents do not have to be a client with us. I love that. And the company has donated over $2.2 million to this scholarship. Okay, so talk with the person that got you on this line here. They're going to give you all the information about it. And last but not least, is there anybody on the line here that has a will and a trust? I'm not saying just a will. Who here on the line got a will and a trust? Do y'all understand how important it is to have a will and a trust, to have your wishes actually handled for you properly? And it's very expensive. And guess what? Estate planning is essential, so you can pass down what's need to be passed down to your family, to your children, or to whomever you want, and also a durable financial medical power of attorney to have your wishes carried out for you. Do not let the government and the hospital decide what to do with your assets, your belongings, your minor children, and your health in your life. That's how important it is. And guys, let me tell you a little bit about these wonderful services and what they did for me. My biggest win to date with these marvelous services helped me get a 11,000 collection off my account. Okay, now, do y'all think that's fire? That was my biggest win, y'all. Do y'all think that's fire? 11,000 collection off my credit account. Yes, these wonderful services did that for me. But we do a few more things here. I just wanted to let y'all know here, because you might say, hey, well, I don't need credit repair. But guess what? We got some other things for you. Everybody I know got student loans. I don't know a person who don't have student loans. Okay. We can help you refinance your student loans. We can help you with personal loans, auto loan refinancing, a personal secured credit card for those of you who needs to rebuild your credit, a high yield savings account. Listen, guys, we need to take our money out of these commercial banks so they can stop making money off of us and have the bank, the interest rate work for us. Okay, do y'all understand that? Have it work for us. And number two, we got stuff for businesses. So like I said, we got something for everybody. A business secured card, no PG, EIN only, which actually works the same way as a personal secured card. Okay. We have business credit building and also business funding. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. But guys, that is my end of the presentation at this time. I want to bring on a live testimonial for someone who's going to explain to you what these marvelous services have done for her. Her name is Crystal. She is a firecracker out here, and she just helping people get their credit right and become homeowners as well throughout the entire country, guys. Her name is Crystal. Like I said, she a firecracker. Miss Crystal, are you out there? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can see you and hear you.
Okay, you go ahead and turn your camera on if you're ready, and take it away, Queen.
Thank you. That was fire, Tyra. I just wanted to say, first of all, less than a year ago, my credit was 518. As of today, it's 727. And within the last month, it shot up 87 points just because of the services. I was able to use dispute letters to write off some of my debt. And as well as that, I was using the credit builder loans, kickoff and everything. Didn't know about reporting rent, things like that definitely helped. Also, because I'm like an entrepreneur, like doing my graphic design thing,
I hope y'all can hear
I'm able to actually be encouraged by that growth and, you know, seek for my personal credit to get better. It's because I know it affects my business credit. And even just hopping on these webinars repetitively, you know, it just helps you kind of like instill like that you can do it. Like as long as you start from where you are, you're going to be able to tackle your credit. Like, I didn't know it's more than about credit. It's literally like I was looking into it to do trademarks for some designs, and you know, reached out to the Rocket Lawyer, which, you know, they told me the least expensive way that I could seek trademarks. Second of all, I want to like affect my community positively. So to find out that they have a youth scholarship is going to be one of the things I use when I go out into the communities. I'm trying to encourage people going into college, like she said, you know, to have a healthy financial life, because my mom was really good at that, but I wasn't raised to do it. And so like, it's never too late to start. And also it's just like the identity monitoring, I was able to go on, see how many sites had my information stored and remove them instantly. So it's just like so many things that I wouldn't even know to look for. And just literally like when they tell you that you're not alone in this, like there are so many documents at your service when you sign onto this thing, like anything from like what to know before you co-sign on a loan, how your credit is calculated, things like that. So I just wanted to give a testimony about like it's way more than about credit building, and like I even learned the difference between credit report and credit score. So it's just like so many things that you probably wouldn't even know is available to you. So I highly suggest it.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much, Crystal, for your story. And did y'all hear that credit increase that she got? How many of y'all want to have good credit? Huh? How many? Do me a favor. Anybody out here that want to have good credit, please throw a 1 in the chat for me. Let me see those ones. Because if y'all don't know, good personal credit runs your entire adult life. No matter if you have good credit, bad credit, guys. Because bad credit, you have a more expensive lifestyle. Everything for you is more expensive when you have bad credit. Higher interest rates on your cars, on your loans, your credit cards, all that good stuff. Your credit also determines what neighborhood you live in, which means that also determines where your kids go to school, what food they eat, what type of services they get from the police officers, firefighters, all that good stuff. Trust me when I tell you, everything is affected by your credit. It is truly your adult report card. So guys, like I said, I am finished, and I really trust that you learned a few things tonight. But guess what? You about to learn a little bit more. Now, I told y'all a little bit about how you can get your credit together, because please know that getting your credit together is an investment now to save money later. But we about to get to the real money. So I'm about to bring on a gentleman right now. He is actually one of my mentors in this wonderful company. I call him Big Bro. He comes from the mortgage industry. He was a 6-figure earner there. He's a 6-figure earner here. He's taught me so much, and probably everything I know about this business now. He's also a father, a humble servant, and a servant leader. And I'm so blessed to have him in my life. Mr. Carnell Newsom, are you there?
I am here, Tyra. Can you see me?
Yes.
And can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can now see your screen.
Awesome. Thank you so much for...
So if y'all need me, y'all know how to get me. Okay, y'all? So thank y'all so much for joining me. Call me at text me or call me 844-243-4901. I'm peacing out, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me as usual. I'll see y'all next Monday or the next time I go live.